So guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to my FIFA 21 Team of the Week 17 prediction. If you need some coins to improve your ultimate team, then check out my sponsor. There's a link to do so in the description, igvault.com, and if you use the code Kieron, you'll get yourself a nice discount, but if you use the code Kieron TOTW, you'll get yourself an even bigger discount throughout the Team of the Year promo. Now, it seems to be pretty common knowledge that the Team of the Year promo is the next one up, so with that in mind, that will obviously affect how Team of the Week is selected. Certain players will be excluded because of their Team of the Year inclusion, and also we just might not see a as stacked Team of the Week because of that. EA, in theory, don't have to force as many big names in, but it's a year. Who knows what they will do with the Team of the Week. With all that in mind, if you could leave a like rating on this video, that'd be very much appreciated, and in the comments below let me know who you think could pick up an inform on Wednesday. Now before we continue, let's just quickly chat about OneFootball. OneFootball is of course a free to download and free to use football news app, which as I say can just help you keep up to date with everything that's happening in the world of football. If you want to know about transfers, there's a transfer rumours section. If you want to see goals, there's a video section. If you just want to see live scores, there's a section for that as well with the match center, where you can keep track of just teams that you follow or leagues that you follow, or you can literally check out games from all over the world in some leagues that you might even not know existed. As I say, free to use, free to download, so where to go, there's a link to download it in the description. Okay, now that's all out the way, let's get into my predictions for Team of the Week number 17, and we will of course begin with some goalkeepers. Now we're going to start things off with a pretty big one. I have gone for Alisson. He made 4 saves in Liverpool's 0-0 draw against Man United. He made 2 really big key saves in this game, and that's why I've gone to include him. I thought Thiago was actually really good in this game. I also thought Man United's defence was quite solid as well. So I do think an inform will come from this game, and I'm going to go for Alisson. Now I know what some people are going to say, Kieron, he could be in Team of the Year. Yeah, he could be, but I think Neuer's going to get it. So I think Alisson will be available for a Team of the Week selection, so that's why I've gone for him. Moving on, we also have Armenia's goalkeeper Ortega, who made 5 saves, also in a 0-0 draw, this time against Hoffenheim. Good performance from the goalkeeper, and a pretty key point for Armenia, who are a team that a lot of other sides have picked up informs against. Next up is some defenders, and I've actually got a lot of defensive options this week, so yeah, be interesting to see which ones actually make it in. We'll start with Kurzawa, who got the only goal in PSG's 1-0 win against Angers. He actually got this goal before being subbed off injured, so I don't know how much that will affect his chances. Next to him we have Everton's Michael Keane, who got himself a goal and also just put in a man of the match display in Everton's 2-1 win against Wolves, and that's why I've opted for the Englishman. It would be a second in form, and still it would be a card that just lacks pace to be a usable centre-back in Ultimate Team, but like I said in yesterday's video, I'm sure Everton fans wouldn't mind this card as a red pick. We've got a couple more defenders on the next page, and I do have quite the collection of English defenders in my predictions this week, which I don't like. I don't think all 3 will get in, but I just didn't know which one to drop. Probably Keane is the most likely to be dropped, after Stone scored twice in a 4-0 win. 2 goals and a clean sheet for a centre-back. It's hard to ignore that. It was a 4-0 win against Crystal Palace, if you were wondering. The other defender is Kieran Trippier. Now, La Liga wasn't in action this weekend, but there were a couple of midweek games that will be considered for Team of the Week, and I've gone for Kieran Trippier, who got an assist in Atletico Madrid's 2-0 win against Sevilla. On the next slide, we have a player who, in my opinion, should have at least, at minimum, been amongst the Team of the Year nominees in the form of Thomas Muller, but for whatever reason he didn't make the shortlist, which I find to be absolutely insane. So the least EA could do is put him in the upcoming Team of the Week, and he deserves a spot as well. 1 goal, 1 assist in a 2-1 win against Freiburg. Also, I think Muller could have and should have been in the headliners promo as well, but there we go. EA and their interesting, at least, team selections, or play selections, should I say. Anyway, let's move on. Tielemans is my next pick. He got 2 assists in a 2-0 win for Leicester against Southampton. I think James Maddison is also a viable option from this game, but I'm going to go with Tielemans as he got a higher match rating and was involved in both goals. Sunderland's Charlie White got himself a hat-trick in a 3-0 win against Wimbledon, so his spot in the upcoming Team of the Week should be all but guaranteed. And then next to him we have Luis Alberto, who could pick up a second inform item on Wednesday. He got himself 2 goals in a 3-0 win against Roma, and he also got an 8 match rating on Gazzetta, which will certainly help his cause. Lazari in the same game got 2 assists and an 8 match rating as well, so he could be picked, but I think EA will go with Luis Alberto, mainly because he got the goals, but also because of his rating as well. well. Souza seems a pretty obvious pick for this week. He got himself a goal in a 2-0 win for Besiktas against Galatasaray. Goes without saying, obviously a very big game, especially in the Turkish Super League, obviously a derby match, and that's why I think there's a good chance of this one happening. A goal and a clean sheet as a defensive mid, so I feel like he will feature. And to be fair, that could actually be a very usable item if you were to get it in your red picks. Could actually be a quite nice Brazilian midfielder. Moving on though to Insigne, who could get himself a pretty nice inform this week. He got 2 goals and a assist in a 6-0 win for Napoli against Fiorentina, so very, very big win for Napoli, and inform is bound to come from that. This inform unfortunately would be a bit pointless because he does have an 87 rated road to the final item in the game, and his latest inform's 86, so next inform would of course be 87 to match that road to the final. So yeah, a nice card, but ultimately not a super interesting one due to that road to the final item. Mohamed Bayer got himself a hat-trick in a big 5-0 win for his side, so he should be getting an inform on Wednesday. And then next to him we also have Mason Mount, who just put in a very good performance in Chelsea's 1-0 win against Fulham. He got man of the match, he got the only goal, and I think there's a chance that we see him get an inform this week. But once again, I want to go back to that point, I've got a lot of English players in my predictions this week, and I don't think there'll be this many in the actual team of the week, but I just didn't know which one to drop. Like I keep saying, I think Keane is probably the most droppable one as things stand. Luka Jovic has returned to the Bundesliga and to Frankfurt, and he's got off to an absolutely brilliant start. Pretty much on his second debut for Frankfurt, he got himself 2 goals in a 3-1 win against Schalke, and because of that, I think there is a chance he picks up an inform this week. Alternatively, Kostic did get 2 assists in that game, so he is obviously an alternate option. Next to him is Mainke, the centre-back, got himself a goal, an assist, and a clean sheet, all from the centre-back role in a 3-0 win, and because of that, I think he's got a good chance at making the bench on Wednesday. Okay, on this page, let's start with a Greek forward whose name I'm not even going to try and pronounce. He got 4 goals in a 4-1 win. 2 of them were penalties, but nonetheless, 4 goals is 4 goals, and I can't see him missing out this week, so good luck, and yeah, enjoy seeing him in literally every single red pick on Thursday. Next to him, though, is a much more, desirable item in the form of a second inform, Paul Pogba. This is for his performance on Tuesday, getting the match-winning goal in Manchester United's 1-0 win against Burnley. He also got man of the match in this game, and because of that, I think there is a chance of an informed Pogba this week, and yeah, could actually be a very nice item. So is that one worth playing weekend league for? If you're a Man United fan, maybe, but if you're just a casual, probably not. This next ad features 2 players from the Premier Dutch division, and we start with Koopmeiners, who played really well in a midweek game. He got 2 goals and a assist in a 3-1 win against PSV. One of the goals was a penalty, but 3 goal involvements against a big team, I think that'll be enough to see him get in. And we also have Sebastian Haller, who I think has a chance at getting in this week. In the midweek game, he got himself a goal and a assist in a 3-1 win against FC Twente, and then in Ajax's 1-0 win against Feyenoord, he got an assist. But it is worth mentioning his match rating in that second game wasn't that great, so that could go against him. But all in all, 2 assists and a goal over the past week, I think is pretty good, and because of that, I think there's a chance he gets an inform this week. Optionally though, they could go with that Gravenberch to get an inform this week, or they could go with Onana instead. I do feel like we'll see an Ajax inform on Wednesday. 2 midfielders to finish us off then, and I do have a lot of midfielders in this prediction this week, so that's a bit of a concern, but nonetheless we're going to go for it because I do not know which ones to drop. I've gone with Matheus Pereira from West Brom. He got 2 goals in a 3-2 win against Wolves. Now I'm a bit dubious about this one because both of his goals were penalties, but this was a very, very big win for West Brom, and that's the reason I've opted to include him. Optionally, they could go with Ajayi, but yeah, I just wasn't as confident about him getting in with him being a defender and conceding twice, so I've gone with the Brazilian playmaker instead. Next to him is a player who I'm a bit more confident in getting in the upcoming team of the week. It's Nico Barella, who got himself a goal and a assist and man of the match in Inter Milan's 2-0 win against Juve. Vidal is also an option from this game. He got the opening goal, but I feel like Barella, with him getting the much higher match rating, will be selected instead. So yeah, sorry to all those want-to-watch Vidal owners, but I don't think there's as good as a chance. But who knows, maybe EA could throw it in, but I'm going to stick with my prediction of Barella. The final player in my predictions this week is, of course, Mr. Ben Yedder. He got 2 goals in a win for Monaco against Montpellier, in which they won the game 3-2. One of Ben Yedder's goals was a penalty, which, like I always say, could definitely go against him, but I still back Ben Yedder to be involved this week. What's very interesting is the price of Headlands Ben Yedder right now. He is at 1.2 million, which I know he's a good card, but his previous inform is like 200k. There's a 1 million coin difference, which is, yeah, just wild. But whatever. I think Ben Yedder's got a good chance at getting in, especially if he gets a good match rating from the keep in the coming days. For the Silver Star this week, I've already spoken about the chance of Ajayi from West Brom, but I've got 2 other players on the page right now. We've got Agra, who got 2 goals in a win for his side, and that could actually be quite a nice card, but as we all know, EA don't seem to like the Portuguese League this year. I don't know why, but they just don't seem to pick players from it for any promo. And then we also have Eliasson, who got 2 goals in a win for Nim as well. 2 cards which I think could potentially be quite nice Silver Star options. So that just about does it for my prediction this week. That is my 23-man prediction and my Silver Star prediction as well. There are, of course, a couple of games on Monday. Arsenal are playing Newcastle, Milan are playing Cagliari, and there is a bunch of other games as well. Fenerbahce are playing, the Mexican League's playing, so there is other games to come which could definitely contribute towards the upcoming Team of the Week. For instance, it's very likely that we're going to see an inform of Aubameyang on Wednesday because he's going to score a hat-trick tomorrow night, isn't he? So, yeah, that clip is either going to age really well or really poorly. I guess we'll have to see. Anyway, let's wrap this video up. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts on the upcoming Team of the Week. Let me know your thoughts on my predictions. If you could leave a like rating on the video, that would be great as always. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.